Welcome to DATV Action News. I'm Phil McCracken. In the news tonight, actor Mickey Rourke was offered the role in the widely anticipated sequel to The Pope of Greenwich Village. The actor recently went under the knife to get ready for the role in New York last week, with some complications arising after. The 56-year-old's botched job has made the movie company revise their deal with Rourke on the main role in The Pope, but offered him the role in the upcoming religious sports documentary, The Pope of the Crimson Tide. And in other news, a terrifying close call for Michael Douglas on January 10th, who just finished shooting a scene from their new flick Las Vegas, when a lunatic speeding in a stolen white Chevy van somehow got past a road barrier set up by the film security crew and crashed into Douglas yelling, "Yahoo!" As the Yahoo roared off, the furious Douglas confronted the security guys, who kept babbling excuses as the star bellowed, "The same thing happened to me when I was working on the streets of San Francisco. I almost died that time. I didn't come here to die in the streets of Las Vegas. Who the fuck was that guy?" Well, the security guards didn't know who this Yahoo was, but after looking at the street cam video, DATV just learned who this perp was.
Yeah, what the hell's going on up there anyway? Well, these guys stupid or something? You gotta get the hell out of the way up there. What the fuck are you doing?
That's right. Jim Bob Billy Ray was just in the neighborhood in a rush to get to the 42nd annual tobacco spitting contest being held there in Las Vegas. Because of our relationship with Jim Bob and DATV, we have an exclusive interview with him tonight about that matter. Thank you for joining us tonight, Jim Bob Billy Ray. We appreciate you being here on such short notice and your obvious busy schedule that you have going on. How are you doing tonight, by the way, Jim Bob?
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sorry I'm here and you guys are seeing me in this position.
Well, that's good. I can appreciate that, Jim Bob. What I really like to know, Jim Bob, is that I heard there was some type of altercation or some type of accident that happened to you yesterday in Las Vegas, where you're at right now. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I was coming down here to Las Vegas. All we got is that ATV, is our main source of transportation. So, I did something really bad and I stole a vehicle, and it was a white Chevy van, and I stole that sucker because I was coming down to the 42nd annual tobacco spitting contest that they have here in Las Vegas, because the first prize is $50,000, and I figure I was a shoo-in for that motherfucker.
Wow. Well, I also heard that Michael Douglas was involved in some way, shape, or form. Could you kind of elaborate on that just a little bit for us, please?
Yeah, he was involved in it. Of course, I stole that vehicle, and I was driving, I was late getting here because I couldn't get that damn piece of shit started. And after I got it started, and I had that long trip down to Vegas, we're talking hours and now, 7-hour drive, I was late getting here, and, it was about to start, and I couldn't miss it. So when I got into town, they had some damn fool fucking movie they were shooting, and they had all the damn major thoroughfares blocked off, and detours everywhere, and, all this and that, So I just broke through the damn, roadblock. It wasn't like it was secure or nothing. I rolled right through it, and, lo and behold, I'm hauling ass down this street with no cars on it whatsoever, because it was blocked off for no traffic, and I was the only one on there, and I was hauling some ass, boy. I had that damn white Chevy van just a shitting and a getting, and all of a sudden this fucking limousine comes out of freaking nowhere with 3 high-fluting tooties on it, and kaboom! I'm sitting there trying to yell and holler and scream as fast as I could, and tooting the horn and shit. But that didn't do. They weren't worried about nothing coming down the road, I guess. But what can I say? That's why I'm here sitting in this damn jail cell right now, waiting on somebody to come get me.
Well, speaking of that, Jim Bob, has anybody called you? Your wife, is she coming down to get you out, or what's going on?
You know, that old coot, she Hannah I called her up. That was the first person I called. Yeah, just to call your wife, because, boy, I'm supposed to have your back. But when I told her what happened, same thing I told you. She just laughed about it and said, "Stay there as long as you got to, you motherfucker," and hung up the phone on me. That was my one fucking phone call. Hey, how about, Phil, you look like you're a good guy. You look like you got some money. Can you come bail me out?
Well, I'm sorry about that, Jim Bob. I really, that really can't do too much, no.
Oh, that's horse shit.
But I really can't, Bob, we really can't have that kind of language on the show tonight, but
well,
I can't.
You didn't help me for nothing.
I'm seeing
so
right now.
Are
you really kidding me, Jim Bob?
Get on out of here.
We bring you on the show and you're flipping a news anchor off on a live television broadcast. Are you kidding me? Seriously, right now, that's what you're doing. Right. We're sorry about that, folks, but the producer decided to pull that real fast because it got a little heated. In other medical news, patients can refuse a flu shot. Should doctors and nurses have that right too? That is the thorny question surfacing as U.S. hospitals increasingly crack down on employees who won't get flu shots, with some coworkers losing their job as a result. Where does it say that I'm no longer a patient if I'm a nurse? Wondered Carrie Calhoun, a long-time critical care nurse in suburban Chicago, who was fired last month after she refused the flu shot. Hospitals' get tougher measures coincide with an earlier than usual flu season hitting harder than in recent mild seasons. The flu is widespread in most states, and at least 20 children have died. Most doctors and nurses do get flu shots, but in the past 2 months, at least 15 nurses and other hospital staffers in 4 states have been fired for refusing, and several others have resigned, according to affected workers, hospital authorities, and published reports. Our medical analyst, Dr. Gooch, is with us tonight to discuss this issue. Welcome to the show, Dr. Gooch. How are you?
Yeah, hello everybody. Well, it's just cold over here in Oslo, but I'm okay.
That's great, Dr. Gooch. I'm glad you're okay. What is your position on these healthcare professionals getting fired because they didn't take their flu shots?
I really don't have a position on it, to be honest with you. I could give 2 rats' ass if they get their flu shots or not. It should be an opinion of the healthcare professional whether they want it or not. So I really don't have a position on it,
Well, okay. Well, I can appreciate that, Dr. Gooch. But what I really want to know is how you feel about healthcare workers not receiving their flu shots because they deal with the young and the elderly, and these groups have the biggest problem with the flu virus.
Yeah, well, my professional, opinion about the whole matter is if you guys just would, there's nobody that has the flu over here in Oslo, Sweden, because they get tectomies. So, if you just handled it that way and got tectomies, there wouldn't be a problem.
Okay, well, taintologists are not a dime a dozen around here, Dr. Gooch. What are you expecting us to do? Just hop on a plane and fly over to Sweden to have a taintectomy? I mean, what?
No, I'm not. I don't expect you to fly over here, you smart ass. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you trying to get my blood pressure up? You little son of a bitch. Don't get me on this fucking show and, try and down talk my ass, motherfucker. I'll come over there and beat the shit out of you, you little smart ass bitch. Don't be smirking at me. You keep on shaking your little head. Yeah. If you guys would just do the right thing and get some damn taintologists over there and get taintectomies, you wouldn't have the freaking problem. But you're so caught up in the money aspect of medicines and whatnot. What the hell? Your economy would crash if you didn't have the flu over there.
Well, Dr. Gooch, it's obvious you're very passionate about this, and we thank you for being on DATV News. Thank you very much, Dr. Gooch. We'll see you next time.
Smiley bastard.
And thank you, everyone, for watching DATV Action News tonight. My name is Phil McCracken. Thank you, and come back again.